Okay, so this is a bonus video for 2020 from Everyday EDC. My name is Tyler. Good morning, boys. This is a chats from the truck, or a truck chats, whatever the hell we're calling it, but it's a serious one today. And I wouldn't have broken into my no more videos for 2020 if it wasn't a serious issue that we have to talk about. As you guys know, I make a lot of mistakes. I do a lot of dumb things, and I think dudes in particular do dumb things because we're willing to say, yes, let's do it, versus like coming up with, I don't want to hate on a gender. I just think dudes are more willing to make a decision. It's just kind of in our nature, right? That being said, the hastiness to make a decision sometimes comes from the want to make a decision rather than the ability to make the decision based on facts and information that you should already have looked into. So where I'm going with this short little philosophical cryptic ramble is, today's video is going to be about buying stuff on the secondary market. I'm not going to talk about clones or counterfeits this one. I don't know enough about, I haven't been hit with a clone or a counterfeit. I can just tell you what to look for if you have an issue, because I found a couple myself. Dumb stuff. This is going to tell you how to not get your money stolen. I will tell you guys the story, and then I will tell you guys what I've learned. I do not want empathy or sympathy, like, oh, bro, sorry that happened to you. I kind of am embarrassed because it happened to me and I allowed it to happen to me. There's no need for sympathy. I put myself in the position. So the story is, about a week ago, maybe 5 days plus or minus, I went on Knife Swap on Reddit, which I bought probably 6 different knives off of already. So it's been very good to me. I think I'm batting like an 82 or a 78% good to go average. I just had one bad experience that knocks it down from 100 to a 70, 78 or 82, whatever. All that being said, brain fart. So about 3 to 4 days ago, I put up a want to buy thread, which I don't normally do. I normally just kind of peruse and see what piques my interest, what's a good deal, pick it up for the channel, try to flip the knife eventually, that type of thing. But in this particular instance, and you guys already know, what is my grail knife? Well, my grail knife is the Wee Malice, right? That'll complete my holy trinity of knives. You guys know how I'm just like a freaking fanboy and just geek out over this thing. So I put in there, want to buy Wee Malice, no more than $210. And we seem to think, especially new guys, and you guys are going to go, oh, yep, there's your mistake. It's not the only one I made. But I put in there, want to buy Wee Malice for $210. I knew I was lowballing, but if somebody wanted to offer, then I'd jump. Otherwise, I'm just kind of like, whatever. And I very stupidly put, I will friends and family pay, which basically means I absorb the costs as opposed to him absorbing the costs, which is kind of dumb in itself, because realistically, at the end of the day, if they absorb the costs, then you just charge an extra $10 more or whatever PayPal's charging you, or use Venmo or something that doesn't charge you as much, whatever. I think it's obnoxious how much they charge you, but that's, neither here nor there. So I have somebody message me yesterday. They messaged me yesterday morning and they go, hey, are you still interested in a Wee Malice? And I'm like, yeah, of course I'm interested in a Wee Malice. He's like, well, I got one, and I'll let it go to you. This is based on your post. So you said $210, you'll pay friends and family, and then we'll call it a deal. And I'm like, I think I paused because I was like with my family and like doing like house chores and stuff, taking care of the animals, taking care of the kid. So within 5 minutes of not responding, he goes, hello, you there? And it's on Reddit direct messenger. Like, bro, you're not text messaging me, you're not calling me, like, you need to relax. That's red flag 1, by the way. You need to relax. Don't sit there and try to push me like I have obligations myself and I'm not living on Reddit. So my mind's already not into like buying a knife. It's like I'm doing stuff and I'm not focused on what I'm doing. That's kind of flag 2, not on his part, but on mine. Like, I should have been paying attention. And so I chime back in. I'm like, relax. Can you show me some pictures? So he sends me a bunch of pictures from Amgur or whatever it is. It's stupid picture. I hate that freaking album. But IMGUR. I get downvoted nonstop. All I'm doing is trying to load freaking albums on there to sell them. Assholes. I get it. Anyways, so he sends me all this beautiful wee malice, and he sends it quick. You know, I mean, this dude saw me coming before I seen him coming, and he sends it quick, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. All right, so you got a PayPal? And he goes, no, I only have Venmo. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing this from anything else. Like the knives that I sold, some of you have bought, you know, I'm trying to make everybody pay me in PayPal, so I never see those funds actually hit my bank account. I want it to sit in the account so that I have a revolving door dedicated to knives. You know, and just because I'm buying my Grail knife with that money doesn't mean that the slew of knives that I've bought don't create a revolving door. So, like I was telling Corey from Practical Blade, I got too much money revolving right now. But anyways, I was like, no, I don't want to use Venmo. I only have PayPal. He says, okay. Well, so what we'll do is I will get my buddy. Are you okay with that? And I'm like, I don't care as long as you get the money, you know, and I get the knife. I don't give a shit. Once again, we're too trusting. Like, look at all of us in our community, right? Like, we are all like brothers, basically. You know, like we talk to each other, we tell each other probably more than you would tell like a normal person that you don't know. And it's just like you're already just so trusting in this community. It's insane. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll send it to your friend. So he sends me this weird email. This was flag number 2. It wasn't the fact that he didn't have PayPal. Plenty of people don't have PayPal. He sends me a weird email. It was like something at scribio.in or something like that. Well, after I got through the situation, that's a spammer's email. Like, they all use that, and people know that as a spamming email. So, you know, had I done any step along the way, I could have prevented what's about to happen. And that's why I say, don't give me the I'm sorry that happened to you, bro shit, because this is all on me. This is freaking stupid, but you guys need to know about it so you know what to look for. So he sends me this stupid email, right? So I pay him, and he's like, oh, cool, got it already, thanks. And then, like, goes silent. I'm like, all right, yeah, that's cool, whatever. I mean, I'm kind of the same way. Like, we make the deal, and I'm like, all right, I don't really care to check my email now for another 2 hours because I got other shit I got to do. And so then, like, I start to kind of like get antsy. Within about 10 minutes of paying him, I'm like, something feels weird. And this isn't anything I can describe other than a feeling. I'm just like, something feels weird. And so I looked up his profile, which I should have done prior to doing anything. I mean, if you're going to buy from anybody, look up their freaking profile at least. If they've been in the community for a year and they're making comments and they're buying stuff or they're selling stuff, chances are you're not going to get a dude that's going to rip you off, right? Well, I looked at this dude's comments, and he only made like 3 comments altogether on Reddit, which tells you that he's either never on it or he just created the profile. Well, if you just created the profile, I would have known in that moment that you're freaking lying, because you don't just create a profile and then start reaching out to people unless your one profile got banned, because you really have to, you know, walk before you run on these things, so you wouldn't understand what you're doing. So there was that, and then like the stuff he was looking at was just weird shit. Like, you could see what he commented on, and like one of them was on like this fucking escort chick or something, you know, like, dude, it was like, I was like, whoa, fuck, like, excuse the language. I'd probably try to chop that out. But I was like, whoa, that, I can't, no, man. Like, I'm really sketched out. And then I look up a comment that he direct messaged a guy. And I'm not going to drop his name, but he was really cool. I reached out to him, because this guy was on the want to buy thread too, and he direct messaged this guy and goes, hey, I heard you're looking to buy this, blah, 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 I'll direct message you and we'll get this rolling. Well, I talked to the guy, and the guy goes, look, he goes, I got sketched out from this dude, and I ended up not purchasing from him. He goes, I think he's a scammer. And I didn't say anything about my situation yet. He goes, I think he's a scammer, and he sent me a picture with the timestamp that looked like it was photoshopped. And that's like, all right, if anything's photoshopped, then something you're buying, like, yeah, you should, if you buy that, you're just as dumb as me. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay. Well, rewind. Before I asked this dude about it, right before I reached out to this dude, I reached back out. This was 10 minutes later. My story's all over the place because I'm irritated. This was 10 minutes later after he stopped responding. I reached out to him and I go, hey, I'm a little sketched out, man. I need a timestamp with the knife, and I need it now. And he goes, well, I'm at work. I can't give it to you now. Immediately responds, right? But then he follows it up, and this is another red flag, guys. I mean, by this time you kind of already know, but he follows it up with, I'm at work, I'll be able to get it by 4 or 5, maybe 6 o'clock tonight. Just relax, calm down. You're stressing out too much. And I'm reading this message as he's saying it to me, and I'm like, what? You're telling, it immediately, I knew in that moment that I was being lied to, if I didn't know before then. The dude's telling me to relax. Calm down, bro, relax. No, dude. If a dude purchases a knife from me and gets sketched out, I'm gonna be like, oh, bro, I swear to God. He's like, I'll tell you what, if you want to pay the fees, I will send you your money back. I will do whatever. I'm not gonna pay all the fees if you're sketched out, but I would stop what I was doing to try and help that situation if it was possible to do so. Which, if you're responding on Reddit, it is possible to at least get my money back, or it's possible to, take a picture or whatever. He was responding nonstop. He was pissed that I wasn't responding. And then all of a sudden he's like, so red flag number 4, the dude's trying to smooze you over by being like, dude, it's fine, relax. Everything's cool. No, dude, it's not cool. And then in the end of it, I ended up messaging him, and I go, look, either everybody calls my bluff every time I try to. I've been in this situation once or twice before, not where they stole money, but where you just find yourself kind of spouting off some bullshit. I'm like, so look, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to raise hell on Reddit. I am going to raise hell in PayPal. I am going to raise hell with my bank. And then if I have to, I'll call the police. Which, guys, this is where I don't want your sympathy. Because I fucked up. I didn't get the timestamp beforehand. I did not look into his account. I gave him friends and family fucking pay. Excuse the language again. I'm not cutting it out for this one. I gave him friends and family pay. I have no right to do any of that. I didn't do my homework. I didn't pay attention. I was about to make a $200 purchase, and what did I get? I was just like, oh, hell yeah, some sweet deal fell into my lap. Yeah, let's do it. And I just didn't think about it. So I did say all that shit to him, trying to give a scare tactic. And I even said at one point in time, and I was lying at this point, but I go, look, it is now 2:20. You have until 3 o'clock to send my money back, and I'll forget any of this happened, and I won't say shit, which isn't true. I was going to blow him up either way. But I'm trying to do anything I can to get my money back, because I knew I was screwed at this point. And he doesn't respond. And then he goes, actually he responded once, and he goes, wait, you saw something sketchy with my account? What'd you see? He wasn't concerned with the fact that I wanted my money back. He wasn't concerned that I was sketched out. He was concerned with what I saw looking at his account. He was trying to get more information out of me after fucking stealing my money. So the long story short, and I don't have this organized in my brain, but here's what you guys need to look out for when you're purchasing on the secondary market. First and foremost, never pay, as tempting as it is, even if you lose the deal, never pay with friends and family. Why? Because PayPal does not insure friends and family. What did PayPal tell me when I told them I got ripped off? They go, hey, your best bet is to go ask that person to give you your money back. Okay. But I paid them friends and family. That's why. Right? So, never pay for a deal with friends and family unless it's somebody you've traded with before, or even then I don't recommend it, So let's say you're buying a knife from me. I hate saying, hey, pay me $140 for this, and then I get dinged $8 in fees. But if that's what you do to make you feel comfortable, that's on you. Like, you're the one spending the money. So, I mean, at this point in time going forward, I will never ask for friends and family. I'll probably end up building the fee into the account. Anyway, or into the price. But anyways, never do friends and family. I can't stress that enough. If I didn't do friends and family, I would probably have my money back within an hour. Second, always look at the person's account before you even talk about purchasing. It doesn't take long. You just click on their account and you just kind of look at their history. You're not looking for anything in particular. You're looking at everything. You're looking at the stuff that he has been involved in for however long. Like if somebody looked at my Reddit account, you'll see that I purchased some knives. I've sold... Shit, I don't think I sold anything on Reddit. The post that I bet got taken down each time because I didn't follow the rules. But you'll see that I've purchased knives, that I've commented, I've talked to people, and you can see that there's like at least a history. It's a short history, so I don't know that I would trust it as much as somebody that's been there for like 2-3 years. But it's still a history nonetheless, and somebody within the community that people are starting to see the name. A lot of those guys on those forums really know like the community, like each other. Always check their account. Third, if somebody's pushing you to make a purchase or even to respond for a deal, hey man, you're gonna lose this deal if you don't say anything, then peace out, dude. Because we're not here on a car lot, right? You're not gonna push me into making a deal. No offense to car salesmen. Some of them are really good. Anyway, damn it. So you're not gonna push me into making a deal. If I message you and I say, hey, I want this, or you message me and we're talking back and forth, and then I stop responding for like 20-30 minutes, we're all mostly adults. We have responsibilities, and unfortunately, knives are kind of like our video games, right? Like, if I'm playing a video game when I got real shit to do, my wife is going to kick my ass. It's just plain and simple. And that's the reality of it. I mean, it's our hobby. It's a tool, but it is not a life essential. I got to get rid of that last statement. It is a life essential, but you guys know what I mean, though. It's not, I'm done with that. I keep digging myself a hole with you guys. So never get pressured into a purchase. Fourth, if somebody is trying to comfort you before or immediately after the purchase, if you want to go back on the deal, which most of us have the common courtesy to say, hey, I don't want to do this deal. It's not like you just stop. If they're trying to comfort you and reassure you that everything's okay, why? Especially on posts like Knife Swap, there is so many people buying and selling knives. Like, why? Why are you spending the time to comfort me? Like, start asking yourselves those questions and keep those in your mind. Like, you guys really should. If you're going to go buy knives, like, take those 4, and it's just a preliminary list. It's just what I learned from yesterday. Write them down on a freaking card or a notepad and look at those right before you make any purchase. Never pay with friends and family. Always look at the person's account. Never be pressured into a buy. And don't try to schmooze me over and make me feel comfortable with the purchase, because you don't need that. Like, those are all red flags. And then if you see red flag number freaking 5, if you see somebody giving you a PayPal email with some email, I forgot what the last post surname or whatever, like Gmail or Yahoo, and you don't recognize it, like Escribio, yeah, question it, right? Like, why am I... That's what I mean. Like, once again, no sympathy here, because I was so stupid I mean, granted, I wasn't in the moment. I was doing family stuff, work stuff. Oh yeah, I'll buy this knife. Okay, you know, like, but you can't do that. That's how you're gonna get your money stolen. Sorry to make this the last video of 2020, boys, but this is something that you guys need to hear. Like, because this is gonna help at least one person, and if it helps one person from getting, you know, their money stolen or getting taken advantage of, you know, then I'm glad I did this. I know better. I know better, and that's why I'm stupid. I know better. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Happy 2020. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. Hope you guys are staying safe, and see you guys in 2021. We got a lot planned, including the knife that I got in my hand right now. Have a good one, guys.